Hello and welcome to a busy, rush hour, crowded Paddington station. And it's the 24th of May, which means that if you're at Paddington now, you'll probably be taking this. Welcome to the new Elizabeth line for London. Alright, down the escalators, which I believe lead onto the platforms. It's extremely exciting, I must say. Welcome. Wow, very busy train to start with. See if I can get a good. See if I can stop by the doors. But it's very crowded.
Guys, please move right down the carriage and use all available seats, please.
Alright, train's about to move. I shall see when that happens. But wow, first of all, nice impressions. Very modern, which you would hope so for a line that opens today. Route maps, obviously with Bond Street. With Bond Street cut off, as it won't open. It's 3 months behind, of course. Looks like there's a train approaching. I do love these new platform edge doors. Should be a train approaching that platform in a second. Aha! And that is a very busy train. Not the smartest idea to go on a brand new line in rush hour, but here we go. I did say I would cut off, and I never end up doing so. And welcome aboard the brand new Elizabeth line. These trains go up to 60 miles an hour in these tunnels, a lot faster than the tube. First impressions, though the announcer doesn't mention that it's the Elizabeth line, it just says this is the train to Abbey Wood. And it does mention that the next station is Tottenham Court Road, not like the next station is closed due to Bond Street being 3 months behind schedule, which not the greatest for commuters. It's probably not going to do much help to the Central line, which is probably something that Crossrail is going to majorly help with. We're calling that a lot of major Central line stations. Nice displays. I am slightly wondering why the Jubilee line is part suspended. I might go and check that in a sec. Anyway, I'm not going to do full recordings. I will only see you when we pass and stop at stations. Have a quick lean out. Going to do a full journey all the way to Abbey Wood, and the train should thin out by then, hopefully. And we'll soon be passing Bond Street. Alright, going through now is opening soon station closed at Bond Street, which is slightly blinded by platform edge doors, which is a bit of an inconvenience. Wow, train suddenly speeds up. What I do notice is that I'm not holding on to any handles, and because the train is so smooth, I don't actually have to hold on to anything. I'm not slipping at all, which is handy, especially compared to a tube train, where if you don't hold on to your handle, you're going to be flung around the carriage unless it's rush hour. And yet it's not like you're compacted into every single human being. It is, you do still have space to move. And the next station shall be Tottenham Court Road. Alright, we're now coming into Tottenham Court Road around a minute after Bond Street, which is faster than the Central line, of course. You don't need to, you don't stop at Oxford Circus. I should probably move slightly out the way, as a lot of people will be alighting and boarding the train here. And it's rush hour, of course, which isn't great when it's an opening day of a line and rush hour when it goes to Canary Wharf. And Canary Wharf will be interesting. A lot of people are lighting. And Tottenham Court Road has the traditional style for the type of stations in the court centre. Quite a few people getting off, but also quite a few getting on. And this is similar to what's happening in Bank. You've got two platforms, and then you've got really spacious corridors in between the two, which are brilliant for rush hour, especially when passengers pick up more business. Especially, I would not like to, I mean, actually, you don't want to be on the tube on a Monday or Friday at rush hour, but you know, this station seems manageable, especially as it's so modern. Alright, shall see you at the next station, which is Farringdon. Alright, we're now arriving into Farringdon, and personally I think one of the most important aspects of Crossrail is probably this link between Tottenham Court Road and Farringdon, because if you've ever gone northbound on the Central London branch, as I call it, on the Northern Line, obviously the Western one via Waterloo, Embankment, Charing Cross, Tottenham Court Road, you know, if you will try and get on the subsurface lines, it can be a real pain. You know, you have to change at Euston, get the Victoria line, and then finally get to King's Cross. But with this link, you can now just handily just zip by to Farringdon, which is a less busy station than King's Cross and less complicated. You're probably not going to get lost, as it's a very simple layout. Well, I don't know about the Crossrail. I haven't actually got out, and as I said, this is my first ever ride. But the Tube and Thameslink are right next to each other, and there's just two platforms to reach. It's not big and confusing, and it's a very simple station to navigate up there. So I think this link especially will be quite popular for commuters. Next station is Liverpool Street, or whatever nickname you've given it, if you've called it, I don't know, Moore Street or Livergate, as it provides a connection to the eastern side, the eastern branch of the Northern Line through the centre of London via Moorgate, Bank, London Bridge, and Liverpool Street station itself. And this is where it shows how long these platforms are. You do not want to be, if you go in the same direction as me, you definitely do not want to be at the front of the train trying to get to the Northern Line at Moorgate. Try and get as far to the back as you can. That's a handy tip. Anyway, I shall see you when I arrive there. And as I was expecting, another very swift hop over to Liverpool Street, as Farringdon and Liverpool Street are very close. And we was completely zipping by. That was around a minute and a half, while the Tube will probably take you around 4 minutes. The only disadvantage is that the Elizabeth line is obviously deeper. And as you can see, Elizabeth line towards Shenfield, still waiting for that connection to be built, well, to be in operation. Right. And as you can tell, once everyone's alighted and boarded, a lot of people have actually got off and it's emptying on, but equally a lot of people are getting in. And you've probably noticed, but these stations in the core section of London all look extremely similar to each other. Very well, I mean, at least you probably won't get lost on the Elizabeth line platforms. Interestingly also, the platforms, instead of having numbers, they have letters. As a handy tip, if you don't know what platform, think A for Abbeywood and B for Berkshire. When Elizabeth line actually goes to, like, from Abbeywood to Reading, it's more useful then. But at the moment, or you could think B for Bond Street. At the moment, you can think. Actually, no, you really can't, because Bond Street is closed. So none of those are very useful at the moment. But you're not going westbound from Panton at the moment, and as long as you know that Bond Street's closed, you can just think westbound is B for Bond Street.
This is the train to Abbey Wood.
Alright, next stop Whitechapel, and this is the controversial part. I'll explain why once we get to Whitechapel. Alright, now coming into Whitechapel, and I can explain why it's slightly controversial. Because Liverpool Street and Whitechapel already have a link, the Hammersmith and City line, but it only goes every 10 minutes. However, Crossrail is a lot deeper, and apparently they have the same journey time. However, zipping along an Elizabeth line train, I highly doubt that, personally. But Crossrail, it is deeper, so it could take longer to go to, but it does have a service every 5 minutes. And as you can tell, all the eastbound passengers seem to have gone, and there are actually quite a few seats now. You even have, if I scroll in, one sec, miniature departure boards over there if my camera would like to focus. Nope, now the doors have got in the way. Oh, no, you can just about see there. Miniature departure screens. You probably can't read, but take my word for it. They also have departure screens on the platform edge doors, which are unique because the Jubilee line don't. Well, the Jubilee line ones don't. Right, here's where I would not like to be on a westbound train, because next stop Canary Wharf and it's rush hour. I would actually at Canary Wharf, Whitechapel was actually the last traditional style. Canary Wharf, you can see both platforms, and it's going to be really interesting to see how many commuters from Canary Wharf, because Elizabeth, I keep nearly saying Crossrail. I'm sorry, I'm definitely pro Crossrail rather than Elizabeth line, but yeah, Elizabeth line. I would like to see how many commuters are on the westbound platform, because it is very busy. I will be doing a full-blown tour of Canary Wharf, as I've heard the station's quite impressive, once I've got to Abbey Wood and come back. I'm looking forward. I actually went to Custom House a few months ago. I'm not going to actually, I am mostly going to do a review of Woolwich Station when I come back, and probably not Abbey Wood, as Abbey Wood's kind of boring, it's just got extra platforms. The thing about, same with Custom House, there's no real difference. They've basically got the DOR station, doubled it, and I just made the platforms longer. So personally, I don't think it's very interesting. But I will do a full-blown tour over about the Woolwich and Canary Wharf stations once I got to Abbey Wood. Anyway, I've talked for way too long now, so the next station is Canary Wharf. Probably nearly there. It's crazy, from Whitechapel to Canary Wharf. It's such a long distance if you look on Google Maps, yet it's scheduled to take only 4 minutes, which I think is pretty incredible. Anyway, I shall see you when we arrive to Canary Wharf. Alright, it's been around 10 seconds, and we're already arriving. That was less than 4 minutes, which I am honestly really surprised about. These trains, I think they go, yeah, as I said, they go up to 60 miles an hour. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Oh dear gosh. I'm not sure if you saw, but around the escalators, there seem to be a lot of commuters waiting for the train in 2 minutes. Glad I'm not on that one, but I've just noticed that they have the route map that the train takes scrolling along, which I think is quite interesting. I'm just going to step off to the side. Okay, it said 2 minutes and now it says approaching. But if I just scroll in, I'll have a look at this at Woolwich. Scroll in departure boards. It'll be more interesting at Woolwich to see Custom House. So the next stop is Custom House, and that's when we're actually above ground. So we'll see more than fast tunnels, and I'll see if I can record it. Strangely, the train arriving in sounds a bit like a Bakerloo line train, in my opinion. It just has like a Bakerloo sound to it, in my slightly strange. These trains are so efficient as well. It says every 5 minutes, and it really shows every 5 minutes. Oh, that train's not too busy, but I think it's about to get... No, it's barely busy at all. I think it's about to get a lot busier in a second. just hoping. I'm glad I'm getting off at Canary Wharf on the way back. Otherwise, it could be a bit of a nightmare. Unfortunately, I don't think Canary Wharf has the largest Elizabeth line roundels at platform level, just like Canary Wharf Jubilee has the largest underground roundels. Oh, British Transport Police in there. Alright, I think I'll start filming once we've come out the portal. I can't remember what the portal is. When we have a bit of above ground, I will record Custom House. Custom House, I think, is quite interesting. I'm not sure how many people will use it, but it is quite a good gateway to East London, with like XL Centre, and now people from the Beckton branch will probably be changing at Custom House a lot to get into central London. Alright, when we're above ground, I shall see you then. Alright, we're just coming above ground now, straight into Custom House Station. Oh, nice train on the other direction, and a nice DOR as well. Oh, you can't see it though. Come on, weird things. Here we go. Oh, there you go. You can, yeah, I think you can just see a small glimpse of it. Just a small glimpse. Oh, very nice. Here, they don't actually have any platform edge doors, as it's not underground. And they've got lovely modern looking screens telling you when the next trains are. And as I said, I did go here a few months ago. I do love how it lines up perfectly with the road. It's very, as I said, it's basically the DOR station just with longer platforms. And it's right next to the road as well. I believe this part is, or a part going along, oh, there's 474 to Canton Town. I think might be a bit further down. We're going along where the railway, oh, I can't remember for the life of me what it was. It went from, nice custom announcement. Before the overground existed, the line that went from Richmond to somewhere near Woolwich, I think. Come on, my previous transport in London knowledge is failing me. Speaking of failing, you'll see in a sec. Looks like one of the boards isn't working properly. Oh no, there we go, it managed to fix itself.
This is the train to Abbey Wood.
Oh, whoa.
Next station,
nice.
Woolwich.
And we're about to go in. Oh, whoa. The platforms are so long that the next station along, Prince Regent, is basically at the front of the platform. Hey look, the Elizabeth line is now open, proclaims the DOR boards. Nice to see. DOR boards are some of the best boards you can find over London. Alright, we're about to go into another tunnel section, and I believe this is where we go underneath London City Airport, which is quite exciting. Unfortunately you can't see. I think there's another slight above ground section, and I will film that and see you in a second. If not, if my crossing his perp train knowledge has failed me, otherwise I'll see you at Woolwich. I stopped filming 3 seconds ago precisely. Okay, no, not precisely at all, probably around 2. Here we are above ground, and this is where I've seen quite a few videos where it goes in the middle of the road between 2 roads, and I think it's one of the coolest parts. This is definitely alignment of the railway here. I know, I think there was a station like West Silvertown or something. I don't know. Railway no longer exists. It's now been replaced by the Crossrail Perp Rail. My preferred name is Crossrail. And here we are. We're just briefly going up to the surface, going back down. So I'll see you when we pull in to Woolwich. Alright, pulling into Woolwich. This is where I'll also do a full tour of the station. As I said, at Abbey Wood. I've never been to the station. All I know is that it's the first station alphabetically of all the UK railway stations. It looks like there's a 345 approaching into Woolwich. I would like to go towards the back and see how fast the trains do come in, because they do seem to come in pretty fast. Right. Here we are at Woolwich, and I'll be back here in around probably like less than 10 minutes.
It's fine.
to do a full-blown tour. Anyway, next stop is Abbey Wood, and that's our last one for today as well. Looking forward to reviewing this in around 10 minutes. In fact, that Phantom train in 3 minutes could well be ours. Or it could be the one in 5 minutes, depends how fast we are at Abbey Wood. Anyway, I shall see you when we go above ground again, maybe even see some southeastern services. Alright, we're now above ground. I believe those are our southeastern tracks on the same doors that I was looking at. I'm so glad that I've just had to stay at the same doors the entire time while filming. Everything's on this side. Let's see. Abbey Wood Crossrail platforms don't fail me now, because you know they can go into either platform, of course. Slowing down. Wonder if both platforms are full, because it hasn't said next station Abbey Wood. Yeah, this is not Abbey Wood station. I think both platforms are full. So when I said that Paddington train in 10 minutes could be ours, I reckon it is. Oh right, if I do see a southeastern train, I will film it passing, or if we start moving, whatever comes first. I'm moving, and I reckon we found a platform into Abbey Wood. The train is quite full. I'm not sure if that's because it's transport enthusiasts, or if it's because actual locals. They have revised a lot of bus routes, especially in this area, to serve Cross Elizabeth line. Shame I have not seen a southeastern service. I've never actually taken southeastern before.
We are arriving at Abbey Wood Station. Doors will open on the left-hand side. This is
Oh,
Abbey Wood
left-hand
Station.
side.
Doors will open on the left-hand side.
I'm contemplating taking that city beam over there, which is arriving, if I can quickly get up, but I'll check. When's the one behind it? If I can get that new city beam, would be good. There is also a train. Okay, so unfortunately it's not a 465. So we missed that city beam, but we have a 376, which I've actually never been on, and it's just started to rain. I've also never taken Southeastern, so obviously I haven't been on a 376. Really wish that was me on that 465, but you can't always get what you want. Alright, I shall see you when we get to Woolwich Arsenal, I think. Alright, arriving in this lovely, with graffiti on front and uncomfortable seats, 376. This is my first ever time to take Southeastern. I was hoping would either get a city beam or a 465. Unfortunately we didn't get either, and we got the train that I was hoping we wouldn't catch, which was a 376. But we do have signage for Elizabeth line, so we'll follow that. Oh, bit of a gap. Oh, and it's just decided to rain. Alright. I'll see you when we get into Woolwich, where we'll hopefully have slightly better weather. Alright, after a slightly, slightly rainy walk through lovely Woolwich, we find ourselves at Woolwich Crossrail Station, or Elizabeth Line Station. Hopefully, our tickets are day tickets. Haven't had the best time here. So we'll see. Very nice station, I must say.
I doubt we're a bit of work, let's try it.
We'll see. Yep. Tickets having issues.
No, our tickets aren't working. Thanks. Thank you.
Here we go. Slight ticket issues. But we're now on the way down the escalator. Whoa. I do like the look of this station, I must say. What I should also say is that it's really quite busy. Guessing residents of Woolwich are enjoying the new line. And as the train goes, which actually is our train, which is the direction we're going, and I hide my frustration. No, joking. 5 minutes. Now you can really see. Let's go. I'm going to go towards the back, I reckon. You can really tell. Not only you can see how fast the acceleration is. If we just walk along, you can truly see how long it truly is down the platform. You have to go for a proper old stroll. Right, I think I'll just check here. I think I will show you the scrolling boards. So here, Woolwich. There you go. Next stop for us, Canary Wharf. Whoa, lots at Stansted. Tells you all the connections to the airports from what stations you can catch them from. Apart from Heathrow from Paddington, strangely enough. There we go. And all the information you need is above the platform screen doors. It is very helpful. And nice large, to be fair. Nice large Woolwich roundels here. And yeah, I would like to see how fast the trains go into the station as well, because they did seem like they were going quite fast when I looked through the window slightly earlier. 3 minutes to our train. Yeah. Having a nice little stroll along the platform. We also got adverts. That's actually, it's really smart. I think these are better than the Jubilee line ones. I think a lot of people can agree. Look how much wider they are though. Well, train doors. The trains that run the Elizabeth line are my favourite. Here you go. This was talk about mini screens. Look at this. Mainly for staff. You can see all the train codes as well and what platform. And we want the one in 3 minutes to Paddington. 2 minutes now. Wow, these trains do catch up fast. And here's an advert, ironically for the Elizabeth line, saying the Elizabeth line's open on the Elizabeth line. So we're going to be going direct to Canary Wharf, where I'm hoping to do a review of the station. I won't film anything else, as I've already filmed. Well, apart from Canary Wharf Station, I won't film the journey. I will film us arriving in, of course, but I won't actually film. I will not actually film like the journey, as I've already shown it on the way. So I'm going on it. It's a right walk. But you can listen to that. New announcers, of course. Don't think you hear that anywhere on the tube. In fact, I know you don't.
The train approaching platform B.
Oh, when our train's approaching. See if I can watch it arrive into the station. Shall I? Here it comes. A nice empty train, which has done less stops than us, because of course our 376 had to stop at Plumstead. Not only was it 376, it stopped at Plumstead, which is probably one of the most depressing railway stations I've ever seen. So sorry if your local station is Plumstead, but your station is not very nice. Right at the back. Oh, what? Look at that stopping. Oh, I thought the platform edge doors weren't working then. Right, shall I do a mini seat review? As you can see, not much padding, yet somehow I find them really comfy. There's not, like, even though I still think they're really comfortable somehow. As I said, these are my favourite trains, so I may be a little biased. But we're leaving Woolwich, and I will see you when we arrive at Canary Wharf. Alright, we're now coming into Canary Wharf, where I'm about to do another full review. I'm quite excited for this, and for our tickets to not work at the barriers again, because that's how day tickets by TfL work. Here we go. Quite busy, as it is 10 to 7.
Passengers off the train before.
Here we go. Yep, let other passengers off the train before. Still, the round doors look much smaller from the train. Oh, that is busy. That is quite busy. The Elizabeth line is being very well used by leisure travellers and important and commuters. Here you go. Here's the map with noticeable there. And nice yellow escalators. There's There are up escalators and down escalators. There's the up escalator.
Train ready to depart. Mind the closing doors. Mind the closing doors.
Very abrupt. I mean, not abrupt. I think I just heard him say. I think I just heard. Should I test out the new lift? This goes to. Let's try out one of the new lifts, shall we? It's the West England Trains lift tour. Ooh, nice. Comes straight down the doors. Let's see. Right. You can see my reflection. Hello, myself.
Level -4, ticket hall.
And here's the ticket hall, which honestly, I'm quite impressed. Very spacious. Round doors, not even on the platforms. And we are going along here. DLR, gonna see if we can get out and go to West India Quay rather than Canary Wharf itself. But you can tell this station is built for a lot of commuters in rush hour, and it does have a lot of commuters in rush hour, which is why it's quite essential. I must say it is quite essential.
This is a customer service update. There are currently severe delays between Stratford and Bay Street, westbound on the GB line, and minor delays on the rest of the line due to an earlier faulty train.
Ooh.
Please speak to member staff if you require any assistance with directions. Customers wishing to travel towards North Greenwich, please walk to Poplar DLR station and take bus on the way towards.
Wow. Dramatic. Right, let's see if the tickets decide to not work again. Let's try. And of course they do not.
Oh, I think it's not working. Alright, I'll just let you through. Thank you. Thank you.
There we go. Oh, nice boards. Stratford to Richmond and Willesden to Clapham Junction. Delays on the overground. So the Jubilee line was suspended earlier actually, due to the Jubilee line having a faulty train. Whew. Whew. There we go, signs for West India Quay. Exactly where we'd like to go. Over on Canary Wharf Station, completely lives up to its expectations for commuters in my opinion. Anyway, that will be the end of this review. If you liked, please do remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell if you like my content. Alright, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.